Hello, my name is Reverend Peter Steinbrenner, and this is Tuesday Tune-Up. A few weeks ago, I announced I would present a series of Tuesday Tune-Ups on the minor prophets. I started with the shortest Old Testament book, the prophecy of Obadiah. This week, I will be discussing the second shortest book in the Old Testament, the book of Haggai. Haggai has 2 chapters. Obadiah only had 1. We are not certain who the writer of this book is, nor do we know for sure who Haggai is. However, Haggai is mentioned in the book of Ezra, and from Ezra we know that Haggai and Zechariah were contemporaries. The date of this book is unusually precise. The book of Haggai starts by stating it begins in the 2nd year of the Persian king Darius, on the 1st day of the 6th month. We know Darius the Great ruled the Persian Empire from 522 BCE until 486 BCE. Therefore, Haggai was written between August and December of the year 520 BCE. The Jewish temple was destroyed in the year 586 BCE by Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, when he conquered Jerusalem. The people of Judah were exiled and badly treated. However, in the year 539 BCE, 19 years before Haggai, the people of Judah were freed from Babylonian rule by the Persian leader named Cyrus. Cyrus allowed the Judeans to govern themselves and even appears to have begun rebuilding the temple in Jerusalem, which had been earlier destroyed by the Babylonians. However, work must have stopped, because in 520 BCE, the prophet Haggai warns that until the temple is up and running, normalcy will elude the Judean community. The book of Haggai is a call for action. God calls the people of Judah to rebuild his home. The people heed this call and begin to rebuild the temple. In response, God blesses the people of Judah and reaffirms them as his chosen people. Now, with this context in mind, let's go through the 2 chapters of Haggai. The first chapter begins with Haggai's confrontation with 2 rulers in Judah. Zerubbabel, the governor of Judah, and Joshua, the high priest. He tells them God is unhappy with them. They live in extravagant homes, wear fine clothes, and have more to eat and drink than they can consume. And yet, though they enjoy much wealth, God's house, the temple in Jerusalem, remains in ruins. In verse 7, Haggai implores the people to rebuild the temple. Go up to the hills and bring wood and build the house, so that I might take pleasure in it and be honored, says the Lord. The Lord then says, I have called a drought on the land and the hills, on the grain, the new wine, the oil, on what the soil produced. The people listen and understand. So on the 24th day of the 6th month, only 3 weeks after the oracle by Haggai, the people begin to rebuild the temple. Chapter 1 concludes with God telling his people, I am with you. The second and final chapter begins 1 month later. The Lord, through the mouth of Haggai, implores his people to take heart during the reconstruction of the temple. For I am with you, and my spirit abides among you. God assures the people of Judah the temple they are rebuilding will be greater than the one which was destroyed by the Babylonians. The later splendor of this house shall be greater than the former, says the Lord. Later in the chapter, God reminds the people of Judah, because the temple is not yet consecrated, all the offerings are spoiled. In response, the temple's foundation becomes consecrated and the people can make proper offerings. God blesses them in response. Haggai concludes his oracle with the Lord saying, I will take you and make you like a signet ring, for I have chosen you. God reaffirms that the people of Judah are his chosen. Well, that ends the short book of Haggai. Next time, we will learn about the book of Nahum. It has 3 chapters. Until then, goodbye and God bless.